Hello everybody, welcome back to Road to Master. I hope you all have an amazing day. We're starting off with the black pieces against an 1817 from India. I played a Scandinavian. We've got an E takes D, so we'll go ahead with knight f6. I just want to quickly say as well, thank you for all the support. I've been getting recently a load of comments, a load of new subscribers as well, which is always amazing to see. So thank you all for that. I'll try get round to responding to each of your comments and such. But yeah, just thank you all. Again, we have a weird line here with bishop takes c4 and knight f3. We'll go ahead with bishop e6. Bishop e6 is a weird line. I saw it somewhere. Maybe knight c6 is the better move here. I'm just worried a bit about there. Knight takes, pawn takes, e6. Knight g5, h6, queen h5 doesn't work. Or maybe we just go bishop g4. Bishop g4 works. Yeah, bishop g4 works. We'll go ahead and play potentially c6, definitely e6. Yeah, especially after castles because they want rook e1. I believe. We'll go bishop e7. And now we have room to potentially play knight c6. So I'm happy here. It's a bit of a weird setup. It's something I should probably know a bit better. But it's not too different from the usual stuff. We know how to play the usual stuff, so we just got to sort of adapt and try our best here. Try our best. The ratings got to a very good place. I'm super happy with my rapid rating right now. I was going to say blitz, but this is rapid. Super happy with my rapid rating. 1831, pretty darn good. They've played d3, which is a strange move, so I'll go ahead and play knight c6. I thought d4 would be the move, potentially just a knight c3 even as well, or a rook e1. You know, that was sort of the idea behind castling this quick, getting a quick rook e1, but bishop e7 is just fine in that situation. We're looking for like a knight d4, make some annoyance with this pin because the bishop's blocked in now by d3. So they're going to have to sort that out pretty quickly, and they go for this c3 line. I'm not a fan at all of that. I don't see why we can't just go knight e5 here. Knight e5, knight d2, I guess, is the idea. Yeah. So there's no need to do that straight away. In fact, we do get the bishop off the board, though. We do get the bishop off the board. So maybe just a knight e5, knight d2, bishop takes, knight takes. We get the bishop pair. Put the bishop on e7 and just chill. Is potentially fine. You know, I'm a big fan of getting the bishop pair. We need to move this knight out if the pawn moves, but that's fine because then we trade queens. Just grab the bishop. Why the heck not? Potentially even knight b6 is an idea here. When they take back with the knight. Potential idea. They throw in this check though. Seems unnecessary. Seems very unnecessary. c6 just seems fine here. c6, why not? Queen takes, I guess, works, sure. But the thing I liked about knight takes c4 was that it stops bishop d6, so maybe I'll just play bishop d6 here and castle. Oh, be careful, Jacob, your bishop's under attack. That was the grand idea. Almost didn't see that. We could play like a bishop e5, go after this pawn with like a knight b5 potentially. Could actually work quite well. So we'll drop that back. Save the bishop. And it's important to note here, if you're unsure of what to do with this dark squared bishop, we know for a fact we can't fianchetto here. Now, why can't you fianchetto? It's generally not generally not a good idea to fianchetto when you've blocked in your light squared bishop. So you don't, when you're fianchettoing, you don't particularly want your light squared bishop going onto this sort of diagonal because it doesn't have the retreat of the g6 square. So it can get easily kicked out / trapped, which isn't what we want at all. They've played a nice move here. I like knight e4. But again, why can't I just play knight b6? I think I can. I think I still win this pawn, don't I? There's nowhere really the queen can go to save it. Knight takes, I guess. Bishop drops back to g6. And then we're playing bishop pair versus knight bishop, which is fine in my book. Especially when we have our light squared bishop outside of our light squared pawn chain. Although it is a small pawn chain, it needs to be outside it, because if you had it on this d7 or c8 square, it's not going anywhere for the foreseeable future. So that's why I wanted to get the bishop out first before we went ahead and played e6. And I'm liking the control we have over this 4th rank here. So much control. I'm not sure why I'm drawing arrows. I'm drawing even more. There we go. The knight's covering these two here. Bishop's covering this. Queen's covering all of these as well. Bishop's covering this square. So I guess we can circle off that pawn as well. Yeah, so they're going to have to trade off queens here. We'll go ahead and accept. And then just drop the bishop back to g6, because we spent all this time saving the bishop pair. We still want to keep them, you know. We still want to keep them. I'm considering potentially even long castling here. Could be nice. Okay, so that's a nice move from them. They're looking to get a knight into d6. So I don't want to let that happen. I think long castling here could potentially be the move, with threats of c5. Probably not c5. e5 could work. c5. Actually, c5 does work because we got the bishop covering. I think long castlings could be the play here. It's covering all of these squares again, which is just nice. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. I mean, the queens are off the board, which is a good thing. If the queens were still on the board, I would be a bit scared. And we have this amazing threat here of c5. They've started this pawn push. c5, the knight goes to b5, threatening takes with check is annoying. However we get the pawn though, maybe even just takes knight, stop the threat, or just put the knight on d5 works quite well actually. Knight on d5 kicks the light squared bishop, still looking to potentially play c5, gets the knight away from the a5 push, and we can hop into f6 potentially as well. Knight d7 I would have liked to play to promote e5, not promote, to push e5, but then you're blocking off your rook, so they're getting a piece on the d6 square. And now I think a5 ourselves could work. Or h5, the equivalent of a4, I guess. H5 looking for h4. I can't speak. I don't know my numbers. I need to go back to primary school. Terrible with numbers and letters. But yeah, good stuff happening. I think they'll respond with a h3, which is fine, I guess. Fine. And then, yeah, c5 potentially even. c5. They've gone with h4. Now, I don't like h4 for them because that's an inherent weakness, especially if we get our bishop up to e7. They're going to have a hard time long-term defending that. So I think here a c5 could work. Knight goes to b5, a6, knight a7, king d7. It's a bit unnecessarily risky. I think maybe an a6 first. Yeah, let's go a6 just to stop that immediate threat. There's still no knight c5 because of this bishop. b4 could work for them, but we do win this pawn here, so maybe we just chop off and take the advantage there. Maybe we just take the advantage there. And then we are threatening rook takes d4 as well. So that's all good. I think we've got a nice position. Honestly, I think we've got a nice position. Obviously, we've messed up nicer ones. But, yeah, this ain't half bad. I think they've got, like, an inherent weakness here with h4. Their knights can get easily kicked everywhere. Our rook's controlling the middle. This rook could use a bit more activity. I think here c5 is the way to go. Where's this knight going? I don't know, but it's not looking too good. Where can the knight go? It can go here, 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 and here. Can't go here. Can't go here. Can't go here. So it can go backwards, basically, which is going to be good for us. Yeah. And then I think we just get the bishop potentially to e7 and chill. They're looking for a c4 push themselves, but that creates the backwards pawn on d3, which can only be good for us. Let's play it. Let's play it. Let's go for it. It's about time this bishop did something. We get the bishop to e7. We can get the rooks doubled up as well, which is only going to be good. Yeah, so the knight goes back that way, and that's an interesting way to move. I think potentially here. No, I don't want to trade. Maybe I miscalculated that. No, we can go c4. We can go c4, potentially winning a pawn, potentially winning a piece. Because if they take, this knight's no longer guarded. Wow, beautiful stuff. Very nice. Oh, takes. Oh, whoa. Takes. So takes. Bishop takes. Is wild. Very, very wild. Let's go for it. Why not? It looks cool. It stops them getting more kingside pressure as well, which I really want. And I just want this bishop out so I can get this rook out as well. Takes, bishop takes. Yeah, and then we just chill. We just chill, which is good. I don't know where we put this bishop though. So they go there, which is interesting. Back to where you were. It can't get kicked out as easily. Now just like a bishop e7. I think so. Just eyeing this so they can't move this bishop. We're not up a pawn or anything, which is fine. You know, I think we have a decent position. I want to go bishop c4 now, just locking up more of these pushes. Getting the bishop to f6 potentially. So this is a lovely square for the bishop. It can't get hit one bit. We're potentially looking at b5 push if they're not careful, locking everything up. Although I would like to keep some control of the c6 square. We're going to have to start being a bit fast. Bishop f6 is what I want. Yeah, so they go there, and I think I just chill. I don't have to do anything. I want to push a5 just to lock things up, but I'm not sure. Takes. No, I think a5 is the way to go. We have the bishop pair, so we can afford to put things on two different coloured squares, and we don't even have to move b7. Which is a good thing. We could potentially go bishop c5 now, hitting this weak pawn as well, and threatening to take, win the pawn, although that would put us in an opposite coloured bishop endgame, which is not something we particularly want. But we'll go there anyway and see what they do. And the control we've got over these squares is absolutely immense. I'm really happy with that. And because their own pawn's blockading, they can't do anything to kick us there. They go there. Why can't I just take this pawn? Well, I can firstly take this knight and get us into a same coloured bishop pawn up endgame, which is just going to be good, right? With the open file as well. The bishop's going to be controlling a6. I think so. I think that's the way to do it. got to be careful about their C4 push, but we get something somewhere, and we might be good. Potentially push like a G5, H4 is an idea, or we could just start piling pressure straight up with the rooks. Finally get this H rook in the game. They go there, which is wild. What? What? Are you just not... What? So I'm up a piece here. Can I not go D2 and threaten F2? So you want to control B6 so I can't take back. That's your idea. Let's go D2 then. I think that's fine for us. We've got to be a bit careful. We win 2 pawns. We've got to be really, really careful of the back rank potential threats. And then we go in bishop d8 as well. So we're up a pawn because we give this back. Yeah, I think this is good. I think this is good. Again, it's just a think though. It's just a think. Yeah, we go up. There's no checks there. So it just takes. And we're in a rook endgame, and we got great control over these. Yeah, that's fine. We're not taking this free pawn. That's a trap. So we just go back. We'll go to there. They can push c4 here. Yeah. And we just move. We move up. We just move up. They can't do anything. Rook e8's coming. And then we're going to take this bishop. Yeah. Oh, check. Bosh. Win the rook. Quick. Nice. Read it. Threatening mate. No, I didn't mean to do that. I was fine. It's check. We good? We good. Move. Reactions. I don't know where to look. Is this unstoppable? Is this unstoppable? Checks. Look for checks. Look for checks. They're going to try play dirty. No, what? I clicked it. Oh, no, you're joking. Oh, I clicked it. No, that's a travesty. Oh, that's rude. That's very, very rude. That is very, very, very rude. Stings. It stings. Never mind. We'll see. We'll see the accuracy. I don't even know, to be honest. I don't even know. 71.7 versus 67.5. Yeah, we did the right things. I think bishop f5 slightly better. Looking for the fork. E5, e6. Yeah, knight c6 is not ideal. Went for this, not ideal either. The check isn't particularly good though. Did the right thing trading off the queens. Bishop g6. Yeah, long castles isn't the best. Apparently that's better. I don't see how that's better. I don't get what that's doing. Your long castle anyway. Okay, fairs. Whatever. 95. H5. Not the best ideas. A6 isn't ideal either. C4 is a good idea. Trade that off. In the two bishops endgame, bishop c4 is not actually a good move apparently. Apparently g5 is better. And this is even. Well, this is -1. This is even at -0.2. So, who knew? A5 is the right move. And apparently bishop c5 is not good. And rook d5 is the best move. Wild stuff. Knight takes. Bishop takes is a miss. Why? I don't know. I want to see what our move was. Thank you. Please? I'm so confused. There we go. Show follow-up, please. Bishop c7. I guess you're just not getting kicked straight away. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, bishop c7. We went there. Apparently it's a blunder. So this is completely winning here. This is -4.7. Apparently the idea is just to... Oh, so you sack the exchange for the bishop pair. Wow. I sort of was thinking I could. I didn't know. Like, that's a it seems obvious when you look at it because of how strong these two bishops are, but that's wild. That's very wild. Rook d2 blunder. We took the check, took the pawn, let them do all these. And this, yeah, I felt the pressure here. Yeah. Oh, so you just go and pick this up. Oh, and then pawn takes, you've got the connected passed pawns. Makes sense, yeah. Yeah, they blunder again because of the check. We had 13 seconds here. I think I meant to go there. So going there, I saw this, so I sort of panicked and just threw in the check. I think you can just take this pawn. Check, there, force off. And then this is even. We need to go to e7. I don't know why king c3 is any different. I don't get why that's suddenly drawing. No clue. Then we fix our mistake. We go for the mate, and then here is when they play a bit dirty. I'm not gonna lie, they play a bit dirty. Bishop f4 is actually an interesting move because you're blocking the immediate mate. It's probably a really good idea actually. But yeah, I wouldn't maybe playing dirty is a bit harsh. They flagged, and time is a part of the game, you know. Time is a part of the game. And I use my time poorly, I guess. Yeah. I mean, the problem is you can pre-move this. Pre-moving takes, if you don't know, a tenth of a second off your clock. So it's not actually instant. So you can pre-move as much as you want. You're still going to run out of time. The problem is they have check, they have takes, check. And if you move straight for the mate, you're gonna lose something, you know, especially if it's like takes h5 check. That's the dirty one. So if they did that, then maybe playing dirty is a bit okay to say, because you go for the immediate checkmate. Suddenly, like, it's check, and then you like pre-move h1, and it's not a legal move, so it's not going to let you do it. So you're confused, and you're running out of time, and you flag. So that's a dirty one. What else is there that they could have done here? Like a bishop h2 would have done something as well. Yeah, it can get weird. I think they actually were playing honestly though, playing the game, rather than playing the clock, because that's a very decent move, and it's actually one of the better moves. Blocking the immediate check and mate. So it's actually a struggle to actually mate from this. You've still got a lot of play, and if you're not careful, these pawns are quite quick. So I think you're still completely winning. It's saying -10. So you're going to promote eventually. But yeah, no, I mean, in the moment, it's easy to say stuff. I apologise. I apologise. The clock is part of the game, and people forget that. I forgot that. But anyway, it was an interesting game. Very weird. Lots of strange positions, and I wish I would have gone through with that exchange, because that would have been very interesting to play. Bishop pairs always quite fun and stuff. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that. Please like if you liked. Please subscribe if you really liked, and I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. Bye bye.